What's up, guys? It's TJ Shafer. Thanks for tuning into the Huntcast. This is episode 119, and I got Jace with me.
What's going on?
And I got Big Paul.
Big Paul.
I got to say it again, Big Paul.
Names are always changing.
They're always changing on this podcast. But, yeah, guys, look, we appreciate it. And I know there was a little bit of confusion on what episode we were on. We are on 119. I'm pretty freaking confident of that. But like on our YouTube stuff, I think it's like different numbers and stuff. So like, guys, just don't even pay attention to that crap. Like, I know no one's sitting around drinking coffee saying, oh, I didn't listen to 117. Like, you don't have any idea what's going on. So forgive us for that. We're a bunch of idiots that just like to hunt and talk crap. So
anytime you've asked us, you're like, hey, what episode is this, fellas? I just make up a number.
Yeah,
like, well, it's 127. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, jerk.
Here's the reason for all of it.
Yeah, so this is 119, and before we get into everything, we've got a lot to cover today. But before we get into everything, take care of the housekeeping, guys. Please subscribe to us on whatever podcast platform you listen to us on, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, whatever the crap else is going out there, guys. Subscribe on that. Please leave us a review. Those are things that mean a lot to us. Lets us know how we're doing. Also does that whole algorithm crap. We're also on Instagram at the Huntcast. This is being videoed. We're killing it with the videos, guys. Got lots of compliments on how things are going, so I'm pretty proud of this. But we're on YouTube at the Huntcast there, and TikTok is at the Huntcast Podcast. Those are all the ways that you can get a hold of us or follow us or check us out or whatever. And so, anyway, we just appreciate you guys listening, man. It's really been good to be back over the last couple of months. I feel like we're hitting our stride again and everything's good. We got some flaky-ass guests that are going to come on eventually. Maybe they won't now since I called them flaky-ass, but, who knows. But yeah, man, we're really happy to be here, and we appreciate you guys listening a lot. So we got all that done pretty much in record time, and dude, let's just move right into it because we got a lot to cover. Okay, let's move over to the news with Paul.
Well, I want to give a special shout out to Pennsylvania. Their Sunday hunting season is going underway. They can now hunt on Sundays.
Good for them.
The law has been passed on the Lord's Day. Pennsylvania can harvest the crops.
Well, and I did harvest the animals.
You know.
Yeah, whatever. I do know that I did do a little digging into that from the last time that we talked about it, and it was just for like old school religious reasons, which was kind of cool to me that Pennsylvania said, hey, like this is the Lord's Day and we're not going to hunt. It was kind of weird because of all the things that you could be doing on the Lord's Day that wouldn't be too cool. Like hunting didn't seem like that really offensive. I've had some of the greatest spiritual experiences in the woods, but whatever, to each their own. But that's what it was for, was just kind of like old tradition, religious-ish reasons is why they didn't hunt on Sunday. But now they're good to go, right?
They are game, brother.
Good.
They're game. I got another thing that's happening in Florida. We talked about this.
The bears.
The bears, baby. They're going to start hunting bears, and they're working their way through it. But something sad happened, TJ, in Florida.
Another dog died?
Yes.
Did it really?
Well, yes. So the state's first lethal bear attack that's been documented since this hunting with the bears that's going on in Florida happened on May 6th of this year, not too long ago. A poor 89-year-old man named Robert Markle of Jerome, Florida, was attacked and killed by a black bear, and his granddaughter witnessed it.
What?
Sad.
Where was he at?
Jerome, Florida.
Jerome, Florida.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Paul. I meant to interrupt. I didn't mean to interrupt your news. We had a little bit of technical difficulty going on.
No, it's all good, man.
So say this again. Florida.
Yeah. So Florida, we talked about like black bear season. They're going to start allowing hunting for black bears. That's the plan in Florida, which Florida always surprised me that there's bears there, but whatever. I guess bears are everywhere. But an 89-year-old.
I saw some bears in Florida, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay. Well, this 89-year-old gentleman named Robert Markell out of Jerome, Florida, was attacked and killed by a black bear on May 6, 2025.
Jerome, Florida?
Jerome, Florida. and it was the state's first lethal bear attack on documents since this hunting season with bears came into existence. But his dog was also killed, and man, his granddaughter witnessed it. So the Florida jurisdiction and everybody did testing on the bear. It's a 263-pound black bear, and it was just a fatal attack. Guy minding his own business.
So Jerome, Florida is at the very southern tip of Florida. Like it's close to Miami. That's the closest city. It's like way down there, kind of in the Everglades.
Crazy.
And so, I mean, the dude wasn't hunting bears, right? Like it's not bear season yet.
He was just hanging.
He was just chilling.
Doing his thing. And they said that it looked like he was drugged 100 yards during the attack.
Was it a black bear?
Black bear.
Black bear. And black bears aren't really known to be like aggressive when it comes to humans. I think they're more curious than anything, but like you don't hear of a lot of black bear attacks. You hear of a lot of grizzly or brown bear attacks, but not man, that's sad.
It is sad. And there's been reporting that in Orlando, you just got back from Orlando.
I did.
So, but that they're seeing sights of bears at Orlando.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
They need to start harvesting some. That's what happens when you don't have restrictions on something and you have a population of it. The population gets out of control because there's nothing. I mean, what's going to kill a bear? I don't know, maybe like a mountain lion or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I saw some bears. For those that don't know, I was at the most magical place in the world last week, Walt Disney World, and I freaking love it.
You saw Yogi Bear. I'm
not going to lie. No, Yogi Bear's freaking not. I went to the Country Bear Jamboree.
Country Bear Jamboree.
Hell yeah. And they've redone it.
Did they?
It was shut down for a year.
Dude.
And they redid it, and I'm going to say I'm impressed. Okay, so like it's worth the price of admission. I don't know what a ticket to Walt Disney World. That's how Disney World gets you. Is they like
$2,500 a ticket.
They get you because they put it in a package, and you have this big package, and they say, oh, well, you get to eat for free, and you get this, and you get that, and you get to stay there, and you get to all this, and it is a pretty penny. But, like I'll say this, the Country Bear Jamboree, the new one, is worth the price of admission.
Nice.
So, and I'm just dude, here's the deal. I'm nostalgic.
Right.
I don't know why. I'm just really I love nostalgic stuff. Mm-hmm. And the Country Bear, it don't get more nostalgic than the Country Bear Jamboree. That's pretty freaking awesome. So, but those are the only bears I saw. I did look, they have this new transportation system called the Skyliner. That's like gondolas, I guess you call them, that hang from a wire, like a ski lift on steroids. Okay, an enclosed deal, and it'll fit like 8 or 10 people in this one gondola, and you can the resort that we stay at has Skyliner access, and so we can go to a couple of the different parks on the Skyliner. But when you go on the Skyliner, you fly over a lot of their wetlands that Disney owns, and I was looking for bears, to be honest with you, just because Paul said that, and I didn't see no black bears.
Well, hey man, there's been reports that they're in Orlando, and Orlando's mostly city, isn't it?
For the most part, there's a lot of undeveloped land. I mean, hell, like Florida is a lot of bottom land. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, when Walt Disney bought the thousands of acres that he bought for Disney World, it was wetlands, and they had to go in and do a bunch of control, like drainage ditches, and build a whole infrastructure for water drainage for the park. But there's a lot of undeveloped land around there. But that's pretty crazy that in Orlando there's bears.
So is he buried there, Walt Disney?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I heard he's frozen.
I think he's in California. Yeah, I heard he's frozen underneath Disney World, but I don't think that's true. I think he's actually buried somewhere in California.
Yeah, well,
or his grave is at least in California.
Yeah, well, I got another news, and you're going to like this news.
Which, by the way, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I watched Castaway while I was gone too,
right.
And they buried Tom Hanks, and he wasn't really dead. He was on an island. Mm-hmm. How weird would that be?
Oof.
I don't know, man. I've got an uncle like that.
That he was buried and he's not dead?
Well, yeah, he was a prisoner of war in Vietnam.
Oh, so there's a grave for him, but he's not there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's actually on the wall.
Okay, well.
Oh, he's on the wall, Jason. He ain't buried.
Well, he wasn't buried. They had a funeral for him and everything like that. I mean, he was released when the war ended. So
how does that work out with, like, let's say a dude has life insurance and then like a castaway situation, the money gets released, but then he's really alive. You know what I'm saying? Like he comes back.
You got to get a refund.
Yeah, is that how it works?
I would assume.
No,
I don't know. I mean, prisoner of war. I didn't ask him too much about that because I mean
it's not really something you talk about.
No
God,
kidding. No. I'm not saying Jason needs to have a conversation with this man about it. I'm just talking.
I'm sure they said, Eddie, you're good. You're good to go.
I mean, hell, here's my deal. If somebody has been a prisoner of war long enough for them to have a funeral for them, they need to be able to keep that damn money.
Yeah, he was missing in action, and then they said he was a prisoner of war, and then they just told us, went around and said he was KIA at that point in time, and his mom had a funeral, he had a huge gun collection, sold all of his belongings and all that stuff, and then when the war was over with, he was one of the prisoners released, from my understanding. So,
well, it's like, how does even estates work? To where, like, you got to probate and all your
give
stuff
all that
goes
crap back.
I mean, do you?
I don't know.
I don't know the legality of it.
I don't know.
Never ran into that situation.
I hope that situation. We hope we never do run into that situation.
I hope not,
yeah. When I was a little kid, and we're getting way off subject here.
Are we?
But when I was a little kid, like, I had this horrible fear of being kidnapped. I don't even know if you remember it, Paul, but when we lived down in South Texas, we rode our bikes everywhere. Like, and that's nothing new. I mean, we rode our bikes like miles and miles. Like, dude, I crossed a major 4-lane highway to ride my bike to school. Like, I would never let my kids do that now. Something like Highway 259, I crossed that sucker twice a day.
Yeah.
Going to school, in middle school. But anyway, I was riding my bike with some of my friends one time, and we went to this park, and they had gotten a bunch of new playground equipment, and I was probably, if I look back on it, I was probably 10 or 11, something like that. And the playground equipment was like just laying all over the ground. It hadn't even been put up yet, but we're like, man, this is awesome. Like, this is going to be the spot. And this playground was probably 1.5 miles from my house. And we were there one day, and we were checking all this stuff out, and this truck pulls up and parks in the parking lot, which is kind of like a dirt parking lot, and just sits there, And, of course, it sat there long enough that 10 or 11-year-old kids notice, and then we start getting like the heebie-jeebies, and it's like, hey, we need to get out of here. And so we start riding our bikes from this park down these roads and stuff, and there wasn't a lot of developed housing along this road. A lot of woods on both sides of the road, county road, so it's not like a lot of traffic and stuff. Well, this truck pulls out of that parking lot and starts following us, and it gets closer and closer and closer to us and following us. And eventually it revs up its motor and starts coming at us. And, dude, I lost my crap. And I was riding that bike as hard as I could. My friends were peeling. Everybody was peeling off too, because it was like the whole safety and numbers thing did not apply here. It was every man for himself, which I thought was like the stupidest thing in the world. But when we got, I finally got to a house, and I went through the ditch, and as I came up the bank of the ditch, I jumped off my bike, and it was like superhero stuff. I was like Dukes of Hazzard at this point. And ran the door and was banging on the door and all this kind of stuff. And that car pulled up to that house and kind of slowed down and then took off. And this old man answered the door, and I was like, we're fixing to get kidnapped. And they called the cops and all this kind of stuff. And Mom and Dad had to come get me. And then all my buddies, we all got back together later, and it was like, where the hell did you go? All this kind of stuff. Like, everybody was like, I was scared to death, blah, 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 But
dude,
yeah,
that's insane.
I had this, and maybe it was, honestly, it was probably some teenage guy jacking with some little kids or something. But I'm telling you, it scared the shit out of me.
Well, back when we were little kids, though, that was when a lot of kidnappings were happening.
Yeah.
It wasn't the sex trafficking.
No, it wasn't. It was just kidnapping.
This was just kidnapping and
put them in the basement.
Whatever.
But I didn't.
Remember Mom and her sister, my aunt, they would we would go to town, and they'd pull. This is before we could read, and I now how I remember this, is unknown. But
So you were a freshman in high school.
Pretty much, But no, we pulled into the old rest stop between Mount Enterprise and Henderson.
Yeah.
And they pulled up. They said, "Any of y'all can read that sign?" Well, none of us could read. And I said, "Well, what's it say?"
Stop.
Well, it says no. It was a little blue sign. It was whatever about the rest stop, or And they read it to us saying that Henry Lucas, or whoever that dang murderer was back in the 80s and 70s or whatever, saying, you don't run away from your parents when you get to the store because he takes kids and this and that. I mean, it's kind of traumatizing a little bit.
And that's when the
you held on to the damn buggy when you walked into Walmart.
That's when the kidnapping vans were popular too. The
Yep.
white vans with no windows and stuff. Like you saw one of them, and it's probably just some poor dude like
No painter.
going to paint, and you act like he was the devil.
Yeah.
But man, I'm telling you, 80s were pretty awesome as a kid. I ain't
Those
gonna lie.
guys were always nice to me, offering me candy and stuff.
Of course.
They were
dressed
always
as
sweethearts.
dressed as clowns. There wasn't nothing to be scared of.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
But no, man. You speaking of Walmart back in the 80s, you remember they had a snack bar?
That's before my time. I don't remember that.
Bro, you would walk in to a Walmart, and to the left, they had a snack bar, and they sold popcorn and ices.
Yep.
And you get soft drinks and probably hot dogs too, or something like that. But yeah, they had a snack bar, and that's just a Walmart. There wasn't no super Walmart. Going back to that nostalgia, man, you walk in.
It had a little corn dog stand and a lemonade stand right
Yeah,
beside it.
you walk in.
That was a treat.
You
Getting a
walk
corn
in,
dog when you left.
and you smelled popcorn when you walked in Walmart. This is the most magical thing that I'd experienced as a little kid. So, anyway, continue on with the news, bro.
Yeah. So, so this is big news, TJ. This is probably the most important news, and I need you, Jason, to jump on this because I just don't understand why it is such big news, to be completely honest. But Matt Jennings.
We're calling out names.
Well, the article is.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm
Okay.
just reading it.
I got you. What's the article from? Give some credit here.
CJ Online, one of my favorite websites to go to.
CJ Online. Hey, sounds real official.
No, but you Google the news, it's all over.
I know it is.
It's all over the hunting news, but this seems to be the best article that I'm reading here. The Game is a popular YouTube series that was all about Matt Jennings doing hunting. And he apparently lives in Georgia, and he pleaded guilty on July 22nd in the act of basically killing 2 deers live camera on an episode in Kansas, to where he's now received a lifetime ban to hunt in the state of Kansas. So, again, it's just kind of like following the rules, doing what you're supposed to. Guy got it caught on camera, and you know how they found out this stuff is that Kansas, whoever the officials are that are looking into this, got his phone data to track his steps because he was using like a hunting app and stuff like that, like walking around, and they tracked his steps. They got his phone data to basically know where he was going and what he was doing and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. I feel like that we hear this stuff, but I think that, I don't know this guy, never seen his YouTube. Jason tried to look up his YouTube show before we started recording, and it ain't there no more.
Of course it ain't. That sucker done took it down.
But its sponsorships pulled out, all this stuff. So I don't know, man, make an example of somebody that's popular and doing the wrong. It kind of seems like. But
well, what it sounded like he did was he shot one, and it was not in the section he was supposed to be hunting in, took it to Oklahoma, tagged it in Oklahoma on an electronic tag, and then went up to the section he was supposed to be hunting in and shot another animal.
That just seems so like Kansas and Oklahoma are not next door neighbors. Like, unless you're on state line or something. Are they even next to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so unless he's like on the state line going across a field or something.
It's like I don't know if I talked about it on one of the podcasts before or not, but there's different sections in Kansas to where out of state people can draw for a tag. Well, you draw for a tag and you get in, and I could be talking out my ass, but you get section 17. Well, you got to find a place in section 17 in order to hunt, not go over in section 2 and harvest your tag. So they're, from my understanding, they restrict, and I've never hunted up there or anything like that, but I've got some friends who's done it, and I've got some friends who got in some trouble on stuff that they were unknowingly doing, and I'll just leave it at that.
Crazy, dude. Well, he's also got to retake his hunter education class. And let me say, boys, I am diving into it.
Great.
I am diving. I found an online course, $15. Did some practice quizzes, acing those sons of guns, because you legitimately have to be blind and deaf and never had any existence outside to basically not pass these tests.
Yeah. Well,
but I have to like an online, because I haven't been to school in a while. And
Yeah.
I took mostly when I got my degree online classes. Dude, you got to sit through all this bull crap for
unless
hours.
you have an assistant who will do it for you.
Well, I already asked
There you
Jason
go.
if he'd do it. And he's like, heck no, I ain't doing it.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well,
I went through the deal a long time ago, and we could not leave until everybody passed the test. And it took this one individual. He passed it on the third time. It was this crazy. I mean, we resulted in telling, hey, here's the answer. That one right there. That one right there. And I'm a kid of probably 12 years old telling this grown man, this is the answer.
Right.
And then looking back now, I don't think he should have had a gun in his hands.
Well, I think it's like $50 total, but you could take the test as many times as you want to.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's going to be happening soon, fellas.
So this dude, whatever his name is, he hosted The Game,
Yeah, that was the name of the YouTube show.
YouTube show.
Yeah.
And he illegally, or he shot a deer in Kansas, tagged it in Oklahoma, and they busted him. Now, I believe we looked at this article kind of together. This happened a couple of years ago. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's been known to do this.
I mean, weren't the charges for an incident that happened a couple of years ago? Did it say anything like that?
Yeah, like in 2022.
So this is what blows my mind. Okay, we've had a couple of stories on this podcast of people illegally killing deer. We had the wife who didn't have a hunting license in, I don't know where she was at, Pennsylvania or somewhere north. It was some northern state. She killed it. The husband tagged it or something like that. She took pictures and posted them on the internet and got busted. Remember that? Mm-hmm. But that was like a 2-year investigation too. And this one is also that way. Like, it kind of blows my mind that the justice system, which maybe it's a positive, is taking so long to convict these hunters of these issues. Maybe they're focusing their time on like people actually killing other people, which would be great. But it's kind of strange that it's taking a long time for these people to get convicted of these hunting crimes, if you will.
Yeah, because they have to go in front of a judge, right?
Yeah, I would assume.
So
I would assume
yeah.
it's a whole thing.
So
Like,
it's probably being passed down on the list.
yeah,
of priority.
I'm sure like the DA gets it. The we had some guys stealing from us in the timber industry, and like the Texas Forestry Association handled it, and then they had to work with the DA. The DA had to actually throw the charges out there. Then they had to build. I mean, it's a big ordeal. So it's probably the same thing. Yeah. And it honestly, like, it's probably not top on their priority list of things to take care of. So that's probably why it takes a long time. I just found it interesting. That was a common denominator between the two stories that I saw, that it took a little while to get them actually convicted. Mm-hmm. So is that all you got for news?
I mean, I searched the news high and dry, bro. But yeah, that's what's up.
Well, it usually, hunting season is. I mean, this
Getting
is
close.
This episode is going to release August 1st. Is that Friday?
Yes.
It should be close to that, right?
It is.
Yeah, August 1st. Dude, like, that's 2 months away from bow season opening. Like, it's go time. And we're going to talk about a lot of go time stuff here in a minute. But before we get into that, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Paul, are you okay?
Yeah, man, my phone's always blowing up when I'm podcasting.
Yeah, me too. I know. Here's something I'm worried about, guys. Like, honestly, I'm worried there's even going to be a hunting season this year.
What?
I am.
Why?
I mean, it's July, and we only got 2 months. But I'm actually a little nervous that the world might end in 2 months.
Come on,
bro. Look, no, I'm being serious. I'm actually being serious. Like, I don't worry about political issues. Okay, I know that that's probably naive of me not to. All right, because I'm a businessman. I do, like, it's probably really naive of me not to pay attention to stuff. Okay, but last night. Which, by the way, I'm having a very hard time adjusting back to the real world.
Oh, I bet.
Okay, I was gone for 10 days on vacation, and you come back, and I realized real quickly, like, I don't really want to work anymore. Like, I'm ready to retire.
Bro, I avoid vacations now just for that feeling coming back.
Well, I
Isn't
mean,
that
like,
sad?
hey, I researched it, and there's a real thing called the vacation blues.
Yeah.
Like where people get reintroduced into the real world, and they just like kind of flip out a little bit. And I ain't flipped out or nothing, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't want to go to work every morning.
Right.
I don't. I want to hang out with my family.
Right.
I hung out with my family for 10 days, and I don't. You don't. Everybody gets busy, and I'm gonna tell you something. Like, Disney is expensive to go to, okay? But on the third or fourth day that we're there, my 15-year-old daughter, Sydney, who we've talked about Sydney before, she's very strong-willed and very independent. She has the potential of being just a badass in the world, like taking over the world. She is a great kid, but is full of life. I've described her that way a lot. The third or fourth day, like, everybody's busy. Sydney has her friends. I'm working all the time. This, and then it's that, and you lose that closeness that you have. I mean, Bella, my youngest, she's 11. Like, I'm not as close to her as I was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was her world, bro. Like, I was her world. I walk in the house and she's yelling, "Daddy," running up to me, give me hugs. And now she's sitting on the couch on her iPad, and I walk in and she's like, "Sup?" Which, whatever. I mean, it happens. It's life. It's kids growing up. But, like, Disney's expensive, all this kind of crap. Second or third or fourth day, we're walking through one of the parks, and my 15-year-old daughter comes up to me and grabs my hand and holds my hand.
That's awesome.
Like,
man.
that right there is worth the price of anything.
That's awesome.
So, rekindling those relationships with your kids, everybody kind of slowing down and getting to spend time together, like, means the world to me. Right. So I'm having a little bit of a hard time readjusting. Yeah. Okay. And so, everybody knows I'm a big fan of TikTok. I don't watch really TV anymore. When I go to bed, I flip through some TikTok for 30 or 40 minutes, and then I crash out. But bro, I'm gonna tell you, I'm worried a little bit. I had true anxiety last night about our world because we got freaking Iran threatening to bomb the hell out of U.S., retaliate, which I believe they did, and it was like no big deal. We got freaking earthquake near Russia that is creating a giant tsunami that's going to hit the coast of Hawaii and possibly, I guess, California area. I don't know. That's happening. And then this is happening, okay? The New York Post, this is on New York Post's website, okay? And it's an article by Shane Galvin, July 23rd, all right, at 11:25 p.m. I'm going to tell you, Shane was burning the midnight oil to get this article out, okay? But it says, rare interstellar object the size of Manhattan could be an alien probe, Harvard scientist reports. Have you not heard about this?
No.
Y'all have not heard about this. Are you flipping? Are y'all kidding me?
I'm not on TikTok, though.
Bro, no, this is legit. Like, Joe Rogan's talking about this crap, okay? I'm going to read this a little bit. The newly discovered Manhattan-sized interstellar object zooming through our solar system that was identified as a comet, but two Harvard scientists argue there is reason to believe it's really an alien probe. Okay? Freaking Harvard scientists, okay? NASA discovered this, blah, 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 speeding through the inner solar system at 140,000 miles an hour, blah, 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 with experts clueless as to where it originated. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, Loeb, suggests in a new paper that the object, only the third interstellar object ever detected, could be an intelligently directed alien craft observing Earth with possible hostile intentions.
TJ, I literally am Googled and I can't find anything.
Well, bro, I found this by Googling it, the same thing.
Yeah, New York Post, but like, do you see?
Oh, it's all over the
articles?
place, though, man. It's all over the place. One of the most puzzling observation is that the object has significant or non-gravitational acceleration, and it blows my mind. Okay, and so I'm trying to find exactly when it says. It'll come closest to the sun October 29th. It is saying like it's going to pass Earth in November. All right?
November?
Yeah. It's coming to Earth. So aliens are and there are other papers that are coming out that says that it's the mothership. It is an alien mothership coming towards Earth. Okay? So you got Iran losing their minds, attacking the US, all right? To which Trump has said there won't be an Iran anymore, is basically what he said. Okay. If they follow through with this, there won't be Iran, like it won't be existing anymore. You got freaking earthquakes and tsunamis happening. Okay. COVID's making another damn round through our whatever you want to call it. And now we got to worry about an alien mothership that's going to be passing or coming to Earth November. All right. I'm a little wigged out here. Okay, like there may not even this podcast may be all for nothing because there won't be a freaking hunting season next year or this year.
Dang,
y'all aren't really taking this seriously.
I'm not taking any of it seriously. Here's why.
Like not even the tsunami.
But tsunamis happen, man. They just happen, and it's unfortunate, but they do. They happen. Hurricanes. Mother Nature just happens. It happens. And it's sad, but it's reality, and it's always happened. Iran, I'm not worried about that whatsoever. And then this alien mothership, if we have until November, how in the world are people able to calculate they can get here in November? Because UFOs, aliens, we don't understand that technology, even if that was real. Man, they could be here at the snap
All
of a
they're
finger.
saying is that the current trajectory and the current speed that it's heading, it's going to be here in November.
They're just trying to get your mind off the Epstein list, bro. That's all it is. It's all.
The Epstein list is gone.
Where did the earthquake generate from? Russia?
I thought it was Russia.
Okay.
Here we go.
I don't. I mean, that could be wrong because this is what I remembered from last night.
Here we go.
No, they were supposedly, and there was articles about this. Able to have a chemical weapon or whatever that comes through the water in waves so that they can make a tidal wave to come in on the U.S. or whatever it may be, and it's radioactive. And I'm trying to find it and all that, but I remember looking into that and said, that's a bunch of bullshit. And then you say, hey, here comes a wave over. I guess we'll see what happens whenever it hits Hawaii or wherever it's going to hit.
Well, I'm telling you right now, and I don't know what this is, but it's Wion, WION, news.com. Their article says, and I quote, scientists have warned that a mysterious space object the size of Manhattan is hurling towards Earth, and the danger it poses isn't what you're thinking. According to a new study, the space object may be an alien spacecraft that can attack our planet, possibly in November 2025. The object, 3I/Atlas, previously known as A11PL3Z, as per researchers, may be an alien technology that could launch a surprise attack on our planet.
Yikes.
I'm just saying.
Hey, man, thank God we got the Space Force, bro.
We don't.
Space Force gone?
I guess.
What do you mean you guess?
I don't know. Only thing I know about space is Elon launches a couple of rockets every now and then.
We got the Space Force.
Didn't what's Elon's internet?
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
Man.
Starlink.
Yeah.
It went down.
Uh-oh.
For a while. I'm telling you guys, what's going on.
But it'll also go down if it's cloudy outside. So,
well, I mean, I've got my TikTok feed is aliens, tsunamis, Iran attacks, and then a bunch of people claiming that they are prophets, saying that Jesus is coming back. So I'm just telling you, stuff's getting a little Western right now. It's got me a little freaked out, and I don't even know, should I even be shooting my bow? Am I going to be doing all that for nothing?
Better save your ammo, bro.
Do I need to cancel all my hunts?
Well, both of you guys, when 2020 came around, were so scared to death that martial law was going to happen. Both of y'all we're building bunkers in y'all's backyard. I mean, you guys are just so fearful, man. Y'all
I wouldn't have built no bunker. But I will tell you this. I bought a whole bunch of canned goods. I ordered all the toilet paper I could find online to order, and I bought every round of 223 that I could find. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I know.
I did.
I was with y'all. I was part of the group text threads.
I'm just telling you,
like our mom. Yeah, I'll never forget. Oh my gosh, I'm just using your mom as an example because we're family. Aunt Janet just called me, and she has a friend that's really close to the general of the United States Army, and he's whispering that martial law is about to happen. It's like, so Aunt Janet knows somebody that knows the general of the United States, he's going to just air out all the stuff.
I wasn't worried.
That's her brother-in-law, the one that was POW.
I wasn't worried so much about martial law as I was just
crazy people.
Out of this?
Just crazy people.
I got you.
That's like crazy people coming to take what you got. That's really, I did look into burying a storage container and putting a bunch of crap in it, but that's probably not a bad thing to do anyway. Just to be completely honest, if you got the time and the money, it might not be a bad idea to bury it and buy you some MREs and stuff like that.
Well, canned goods, I noticed this because, you buy camp food, you want to, eat some beans or something or, anything, corn, and you just put it in your cupboard and you just don't think about it, So it could be in there a year or 2 years, 3 years. And then you're like, man, let's get some corn. That stuff expires.
It does expire
so much faster than I thought it.
Yeah, me too.
Last.
I did look in that because unfortunately during the COVID deal, there was no 12-ounce cans of corn anymore. You were buying the big gallon size cans of corn, and that's a lot of damn corn to eat. I had corn and green beans, and I was sick of eating corn and green beans for a little while. But man, I don't know. It's a strange time, I guess, and I just kind of wigged out a little bit last night.
Man, just think about it. If COVID was worse than what it was,
it shut down the country.
Yeah, Walmart was bare. We were walking through. Was it me and you that saw the guy bitching about the dry goods, the rice that he had, the bags of rice? He bought 2 bags of rice. He wasn't hoarding it. He just buys 2 bags of rice all the time, and it exceeded the amount that he was supposed to be able to buy.
Yeah, dude. That's the deal. We were on. What is that called? Where you only have a certain amount.
Rations.
Rations. We were being rationed.
Mm-hmm.
In freaking America in 2020.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
1 loaf of bread.
Yeah. That just kind of blows my mind.
2 hamburger rolls or whatever.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
I tell you,
I got eerie sometimes.
It was eerie.
It was eerie.
Going around, and then there's nobody in town, and of course we were TJ, kind of basically said we were essential workers, so I was showing up at the office every day, and then coming home, nobody on the roads.
Yeah, man, no, it was wild. I'm glad. I can't believe it was 5 years ago.
I can't either.
God,
we're still feeling effects of it though. That just shows you
Yes.
when something like that happens, and we were shut down for 9 months.
Well, boys, I got a feeling that interest rates are going to go down soon, and once they do, that house is going on the market. And I'm going to be looking for something else.
Hey, I got you hooked up.
Well,
I got you something.
You got the inside scoop.
Working.
You got the inside scoops.
Yep.
Well, hey, man, another thing about TikTok went viral. And I don't know why you decided to put the most disturbing clip of this podcast on TikTok. TJ?
No,
listen, man. No, listen.
It's not
I'm not going to laugh.
Yeah, you're laughing right now. I kid you not. 5 random people in my life reach out to me. I didn't know you were on a podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, it's on video now.
I know.
And so anyway, they just basically were like, man, sorry to hear about your dog. Your brother's such a dick.
Was-
and I was
or-
like,
were they
he
really?
is a dick, bro. He's well, yeah, because
Listen,
I when I
wasn't-
texted you guys and I was giving you crap.
You
about
were,
it,
and I thought you were really
I was
upset.
joking.
I thought you were upset.
But no. But I stirred the pot with all of those people. It's like, TJ just don't give a damn about my well-being, my dog. He didn't even like that dog. Matter of fact, he might have even opened the door when we didn't know so Ted could run out. That's TJ. And they're all like, man, he's a dick. Matter of fact, I don't have TikTok. But Jason, go ahead and give the shout out to this gentleman, this
let's see.
TikTok
Let's
comment.
find it here.
Listen to this, TJ. TJ, you shared this clip. You deserve a little roasting for a little bit.
Oh, it's going to take Jason
Oh
forever.
God! Anyway,
Forever, yeah.
we'll give the username a shout out. But what did he comment, Jason? What did he comment?
Said, here we go. I got it right here. 1 second. He says, and we got view folded comments. I don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah, me either.
So Larry 1042, all caps, which means he's yelling at you. TJ is a bitch. That's for Ted. Smiley face with sunglasses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, no, dude, mom,
TJ didn't even see that. I told him about it yesterday. He goes, "Do what?"
our mom.
Hey, the folded comment was the Ted was TJ is a bitch comment.
Yeah.
That's because it says this is a folded comment. It may not be good for your well-being.
Well, is that what really got you in the dumps? And then all of a sudden you started seeing all this weather and UFO stuff. Is that what really set you off?
No,
was
no.
that comment?
No, I wasn't really worried about that.
But the last thing
comment.
I'll say about it is our mom texted me and she goes, "Are you okay?" And I was like, and this is pre-Hulk Hogan dying, bro. Which is a different
I'm
topic.
telling
Oh
you.
my God.
Yeah.
And she texted me and she's like, "Are you okay?" And my wife was in the text too. And I was like, "Yeah, we're great. Life is good." And she goes, "Well, I saw what your mean brother, said about you on
Did
TikTok."
she really say that?
Yes.
Mean
and,
brother?
and then my wife says, "Yeah, I saw that too. I didn't know he was doing that podcast or if there was video. He hasn't told me anything." And I'm like, "Oh God." And so then I was just like, "Yeah, Mom, I really can't believe it. You need to call TJ and tell him I'm really upset and all this stuff." I mean, I'm stirring the pot. Dude.
She
Just
didn't call.
But how does Mom have TikTok?
I don't know.
Well, your dad.
Oh, dude, don't get me started.
Hey, he's worse than me.
Hey,
Dad.
he told me, he goes, "Man, I was looking at the podcast. Everything looks really good." But Paul and that dog,
Really tore him up.
I don't think Paul was having it with TJ that day. He didn't look too happy with it and this and that. And I
Well,
was
let's
like,
let's get the record straight so our listeners can know there is zero drama between me and TJ.
There
And
is.
I was also agging it on with TJ because I knew when he was laughing, I knew what he was laughing about.
Bro.
Not like my pain, but he was laughing. So that's why I was stirring the pot like, TJ, how dare you start laughing?
I was laughing because
the dog's name.
the dog's name and just the fact that I hadn't thought about that in 25 years.
Yeah,
literally that memory had not come up in so long, and it was just a funny thing. Not the dog dying. I mean, that's not funny.
Well,
but
why did you laugh hysterically when I was like, "Yeah, I didn't go to school the next day"? There you go again. He's a dick, people. What did he say? A bitch? Larry, get me, Larry. I need you, Larry. Get on my brother. Look at him. He's about to have a seizure right now because I didn't go to school the next day. And you know what? I went to school the next day. I thought about this more. I went to school the next day, and so many people came up to me like a family member had died.
The day after you? Okay.
Because word spread out like, "Where's Paul? His dog died."
Yeah.
Ted?
Yeah.
Ted died? They came up to me and gave me hugs and all that stuff, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah. I listen, dogs dying are bad.
It is.
Like Maya, the dog, the lab that I'd had forever was actually like my first dog. We actually have an episode somewhere in our archives that aired of Maya passing. It was an episode about Maya. And dude, I was at lunch with you two in Tyler.
Moving Paul.
We were moving
Oh, yeah.
Paul that day.
Yeah, I remember.
And Sarah called me, and we were at an Italian restaurant.
I remember it.
And I had to go to the bathroom because I was crying.
Right.
And had to call the vet, and the vet's like, "Hey, if it's this bad, like it's time."
Yeah.
And I said, okay, man, we'll be there in a little bit. And I came out and told you guys, like, hey, I gotta go. And by the time I got home to get Maya, load her up, and take her to the vet, she passed away at home. And dude, I cried. Like, our whole family is sitting in the living room crying. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yep.
Dug a hole, buried her. Like, it was a bad deal, man.
Well, you got something really cool hanging in your office that's like,
yeah, it's like her.
Box.
It's a shadow box. Has some pictures of her. Has her HRC ribbons and stuff in it, like that. I mean, that's just a good dog.
You
man.
ever lost a dog like emotionally lost a dog, Jason?
Jason used to have dog get run over all the damn time.
Well, he had like 20 of them.
No, I had one dog.
Snowball.
No.
That was the dog that was your dog.
No, Pepper was mine.
Oh.
No,
Snowball was a mean dog.
Snowball was Mom's.
That's why I didn't go
that
over
was
there.
Mom's.
That dog was mean.
Mom's. No, we had a mean rat terrier. Nobody wanted to check with him. Dad didn't even mess with him.
But you lost a dog?
I had one in... We lived out in the country. We had a leopard cur dog, and my dad, he brought it home. It was she was full grown at the time, had her locked up in her chicken pen. We didn't have chickens at the time. He told me, and I wasn't even at school yet. He said, don't go down there and mess with that dog. She'll bite you. Well, of course, I went down there and started farting around with the dog and all that, and she just basically linked up with me. She was my dog.
He imprinted on her.
Right.
And like Mom, if they raised their voice at me, she'd get between them, between me and them, and start growling if they come towards me. Mm-hmm. I got a spanking one day for something, of course, a little kid, I'm crying. I'm
for not knowing how to read?
Probably, it wasn't my fault, though, okay? I was four.
I'm messing.
But anyways, that dog, we had a screen door, and she watched my mom whoop me, and I walked outside, and I'm still crying or whatever, and Mom tries to come up, and Pepper went after her, made her stay in the house until I stopped crying. She came up to me and whatever. Well, what happened to her was somebody was breaking into our house,
which happens all the time.
It happened a lot. Like I didn't like staying in the night over there because I'd always sleep on the couch in the summertime. In the wintertime, I'd go kick Trav, Dirty T, out of his bed because he had an electric blanket and I don't know where the hell Dirty T slept.
Y'all slept in a twin bed together.
I don't remember that now.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely don't remember that. But, man, it was crazy. Like, people breaking y'all shit all the time.
So they ended up killing her whenever.
They killed the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So did that break you up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they, of course, got me another dog or whatever. It just wasn't the same.
It's never the same.
It ain't.
I mean, like I said, I think I told this a couple weeks ago, or when we were talking about Ted, when Maya, she tested positive for heartworms. We got the treatment. Everything was good there. She ended up with breast cancer of all things, and they slit her from front leg to back leg and removed all that crap. When that happened, they're like, "Hey, look, we don't know if this is gonna take or if it's gonna be a quick thing or not." And so we got another dog, Ellie. I don't give a shit about Ellie. Like, I've tried working with Ellie to make her retrieve and stuff, and she just ain't got no interest in it. But yeah, I told y'all I suck at picking out dogs because I picked her out. It's just not the same though.
It ain't the same, man. It's not. And that's why my wife is wanting us to get a dog. And I'm like, when we have the time to invest it, I just don't want to get a dog to have a dog. I want to invest in the dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
So,
well, you just get some that are just natural, man. Like that dog I had, she was a leopard cur dog, and I'd go hunting with our dad bought her to go squirrel hunting with. For some reason. He never was a big squirrel hunter. Well, I'd go out with my BB gun, and I'd bring home squirrels. Well, it was because she'd run them over when they were on the ground and then bring them back to me. So I'd bring home 2 squirrels or whatever. And Dad said, well, hell, that dog can hunt. Well, he starts taking her hunting,
Yeah.
She won't do anything. So me and him, we go out together. Well, and he brings Pepper, and he tells me, I'll just stay by this tree, see where I'll look at the squirrels, basically get me out of the way so he can sneak through the woods and all. Well, Pepper wouldn't go with him, so he was like, he was pissed. He was fine, so he leaves, and we end up getting 5 squirrels, me and her. Had no gun whatsoever. She trampled them back to me. And we had more than he did when he got back from his
That's
hunt.
Wild, man.
So, that was a good dog.
When's the last time you squirrel hunted? like seriously squirrel hunted, like not
God,
just you
20
seen
years ago.
Yeah, and it's been probably 15 for me too. You know, my neighbor called me last year or year before, and he's like, "Hey, do you mind if I walk your woods and squirrel hunt?" And I said, "No, man, go ahead. You know, there's squirrels everywhere, man. I'll just be honest with you, like it's just a lot of trouble. You know, I mean, I don't dislike squirrel meat, but I don't like it's not something I crave. Like it's not like I want to go. You hear people say, "I'm gonna go hunt up a mess of squirrels and cook me a bunch of squirrels, dumplings or something."
Yeah.
You think it was just a pastime type deal, like squirrel hunting? Because the game warden, the gentleman that was here, he talked about how he takes kids, like he encourages people to do.
And
it.
that's probably it's exciting. It's fun. It's fun to shoot them. It's fun to find them and shoot them and all that kind of stuff. And you can make a day out of it. But it's kind of like dove hunting too. You got to kill a bunch of them for it to be really worth the while. And then it takes time to like dove. You can breast out a dove in 10 seconds. No big deal. But like squirrels, you got to skin it and gut it, and it just takes a little bit more time.
It has to be a hobby, like pastime type stuff.
I don't know, man.
Well, that's how people fed their families and stuff. And then like my uncle and Dad, he grew up with our great grandfather. So his dad, our grandpa lived in Austin. Well, Dad came back to East Texas and stayed. Him and his cousin stayed with with their grandparents and all, and they lived off the land is what they did. Rarely would they go and do anything other than, buy groceries in the winter when they ran out of their vegetables or whatever it may be. But they were eating squirrels, fish, deer. They'd butcher a cow or whatever it may be, and they just want that taste again, I guess you say. And we'd only have one frying one time. I say a frying. We get a mess of squirrels and fry them up or whatever, and we'd eat that one day a year.
Yeah.
And they'd sit back and talk about the old times and things like that. Which is cool to be around to hear all these stories. Because there's so many stories that I have in the back of my mind of listening to my uncles and grandparents and great grandparents say what they used to do and all the stuff that they did and everything like that.
What's the ideal weapon to shoot or to hunt squirrel?
A lot of people
Slingshot?
a lot of people use air powered pellet guns, high powered. That's what they're doing now. Back when I did it, we used 22. My
dad and them use shotguns.
Yeah,
shotguns.
Well,
Wow.
because you shoot birdshot, you get a few pellets in it, no big deal.
That's true.
But
God help you if you have a filling. That lead gets in
Here's
your
that filling,
and all that.
lights you up, bro.
Yeah.
Lights you up. You ain't never had a filling and put full in your mouth?
I've never had a filling.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
I brush my teeth, son.
Brush mine too.
I do too.
Oh,
I
crap,
brush
dude.
mine
Y'all
all the
don't
time.
brush nothing. I've stayed the night with you boys, and I ain't seen you brush them at night or the morning.
I brush mine in the morning. I ain't a 2-day brusher.
Insane.
And I don't give a crap. Like
my wife ain't either. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
I'll eat a damn candy bar and go to bed. Like,
you savage.
But no, and that's probably something we ought to try, guys. Like, honestly,
squirrel hunt.
We need to look up when squirrel season starts.
That's what I was going to ask. Is there a season?
There is a season for it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull it up right now. I believe so. I believe there's a
one's during bow season, archery season. Because I know that because I've sat in a damn tree and my uncle comes right by me. Well, you said there's a bunch of. Yeah, but I'm hunting here. Okay, I am deer hunting. Y'all can come through the middle of the day or whenever I don't hunt this spot. Stay away from here. And well, I take that back. It hadn't been 20 years ago. I kept telling him to go up to one of our spots, which is the highway stand on the private road.
Yep.
And I would sit in my, ladder stand or climber, and I'd see 20, 30 squirrels. And, they were a nuisance up there because they tear up my feeder, And so I went up there and I shot a limit, whatever it was back then, and came back and, each of them, 2 people didn't have a limit. And they said, well, where'd you get these? I told you. Go up there. There's a hive, nest, whatever you want to call it, but there's a crap ton of squirrels. I said, all you got to do is just sit right by my ladder or my climber. I said, matter of fact, just climb up in my climber and you shoot them as they're just sitting on the tree next to my feeders. They were everywhere. So I've never seen that many squirrels before in my life.
I got squirrels at my house. We got 50 acres of woods. And so I looked for Upshur County, Texas. And squirrel season is October 1st through February 23rd. and then May 1st through May 31st.
Dang.
Daily bag limit is 10 per hunter. Possession limit is 20. Okay. So, I think like that might be a fun thing for us to do is to go squirrel hunting together. And then that night we skin them and eat them.
There you go.
Like let's
down.
Let's make that happen. We can do that. Hell, we can do that like one Saturday or something. Just go meet at the house and walk around, shoot some squirrels. And that way we can report back like, hey, I ain't ate a squirrel in 20 years. But we can do it. We can fry them up. We can make some dumplings. We can do whatever, and have some squirrel and report back. I think that's a really good idea for us to do.
I like it. How many squirrels ideally do you think it would take to feed you? Like how many squirrels?
2 probably. I mean,
just
because
2?
You got your legs in the back.
Oh, okay.
I think it's probably about 5. Like I can probably eat about 5 squirrels if I was in there. I mean, probably more if I wanted to, but I ain't gonna eat just squirrel. I'm gonna eat some potatoes and
French
some
fries
corn and some fries.
Yeah,
like we're gonna eat some sides too. Maybe some coleslaw.
With squirrel, let's go.
So October 1st, that is that the opening day of whitetail as well?
No, we're going to have it the 27th, 28th, something like that.
Yeah, through November 1st. So, yeah, we can 28th that's 2024. I'll have to bring up a calendar and look. But, yeah, I mean, we can figure that out one way or another. I mean, I can take a day off from bow hunting to squirrel hunt.
God, it goes till the end of February. That's not – when does deer season end?
End of February for us. So October 1st, that's freaking 2024. That was, let me go back to October 1st. That was a Tuesday in 2024. So if it goes to October 1st again this year, which I can't believe they haven't released.
Like September, like dove hunt September 1st.
Yeah, I can't believe they haven't released the dates yet, but that's October 1st is a Wednesday. I mean, let's do it, guys. Let's go through the woods, let's squirrel hunt.
I'm down, and at night we can play dominoes.
We can in the shop.
Let's go.
In the shop. We can play some dominoes and drink some of that shop beer I got left over.
Cool. I dig it.
So let's move forward a little bit. Season prep, okay? We've talked a lot about this. We're building deer stands like crazy right now, okay? Like that's the deal. I've said it 100 times, and I'm sure you guys are getting tired of listening to it, but like – I had basically 5 deer stands I had to build. Jace built me one of them, which flipped over, and we got to fix that sumbitch. We got the big Trump tower, the 8x10 tower that's at the lease. We got to put the legs on it. I've got one in my shop that is 95% built. It's a 6x8 wooden stand. And Jace just started, and so then I got 2 more to build, which no big deal. I can whoop these 6x8s out in pretty quick fashion. Jace, you started building a 6x8, right?
Yep.
Then you started that last week. You sent me a text
Tuesday
when I was on vacation, right? Yep. How are you liking the size of a 6x8 stand?
They are heavy.
Oh, okay. Well, I get that.
I like the size of it. I do. I mean, I hadn't got the walls put up around it yet, or
you hadn't?
Not yet.
Okay.
Now I've got the walls built. I just don't have the skin put on it yet.
Now, have you been to my house since built?
No.
Okay. All right. Because I got all the walls up on mine. I just got to build the door or frame out the door. We can take some 2x4s and box around the door for the actual door itself, and then exit, or at least put one cross member in it. I ran out of 2x4s on that, so I got to go buy a couple more 2x4s. I got to buy a few tubes of caulk. I'm gonna caulk up the corners of it, and got a pretty cool. I mean, like, here's the deal: it's fun to build deer stands, and so I like making a themed stand, if you will. We got the Taylor Swift stand that Bella helped me paint. Trump Tower is just a big metal stand. It's just different. This one, I'm going to paint it based off of, Sydney kind of helped me pick this one out. We're going to build a Jungle Cruise deer stand. So based off of the Disney ride, the Jungle Cruise, it's going to be green with a brown trim around it.
There you go.
So it's going to be kind of neat and kind of cool. But, this is things that I get to do with my kids. And so I could go in there and whip out a deer stand pretty quick, and I would just probably paint the whole damn thing green because the deer don't give a crap what color it is. But it's fun to make it themed, I guess you could say, to get your kids involved in it. We'll have the Jungle Crew stand, and every time Sydney goes in that stand, she'll know that she was a part of it. Mm-hmm. Bella in the Taylor Swift stand, she's a part of that, and I guarantee you that's where they're going to want to go hunt because it's their stands. Mm-hmm. And so I would encourage anybody when you're building stands. I mean, hell, I got 3 daughters, it's hard to get girls involved, especially Sydney, who's 15, get her involved in building a stand. But if we're theming a stand to where she can put her touch on it, then it's a win-win, Mm-hmm. Tell us the story about you starting your 6x8.
Well,
which did you buy all the lumber at one time?
Yeah.
That cart, the cart at Home Depot that you got
mm-hmm.
was full,
slap full from bottom to top. So it wasn't just sitting woods on the rail that they have, the handrail and stuff. It's actually laying on the actual bottom platform of it. So me and Jake, we went, and I want to tell you something. It is hard to find 43 straight 2x4s that are not splintered, that are not halfway cut off on the
it's hard to find like the cheap ones. Not the you can.
No, I did the.
You did Select.
Yeah.
So you paid like $8.
Well, no. I'm sorry. Paying.
They're like $4, like $3.87.
Like so it's not the.
These are like your 96-inch studs.
Yeah, it's the prime.
Yeah.
And all that. So getting it all straight, which we did our best at it and all that, and I didn't realize all the damn knots that are in this shit.
Yeah.
So before I cut my wood, I'm having to look to see, well, is my damn screw going to go through that knot?
So you're screwing all this one together.
I'm screwing it all in right now, yeah. And
I'll tell you, that nail gun's the way to go, bro.
Oh, God, I know. But
I'm going to buy you a nail gun for Christmas.
There we go. But, yeah, we...
Harbor Freight one that breaks.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, won't be one like I bought.
So,
after the 30th nail, boat, there it goes.
Done. Well, throw it away. Yeah. But, it's taking a little time on that right there, but I got also, my helper is an 8-year-old boy. Which I'm going to tell you what, he is a damn good helper because one of our hunting buddies, they had all the other guys that's on the lease. There's like 4 of them, and they were able to build a stand in one day and have the skin put on it. Mm-hmm. Okay, wasn't able to paint it or anything like that. Just straight up get your base, your 4 walls built, and your skin put on it and a door. Okay?
Which when you get ready to paint, let me know. Because I bought 5 gallons of just like dark green paint, mm-hmm. and I got that paint gun or the paint airless rig.
Okay.
Like you can borrow it. And because I got plenty of paint. Like I bought enough paint to paint all the stands.
There you go. Okay. But yeah, we, so whenever I called my buddy and said, well, what are y'all doing? Y'all just sitting around. Well, they're all done. So-and-so left, And I was like, well, what'd y'all get done? And, of course, like I said, they got everything except the roof put on it and, having it painted and all that. Well, me and a 8-year-old was able to do everything that they did except for the skin. So basically putting, 7 pieces of plyboard on it and cutting it.
Yeah.
So I got to say, it slowed me down a lot whenever I was talking to my buddy Glenn. He goes, well, hell, he's probably more help than what I had over here, just talking trash about the other people, all in good fun and all. But no, Josh he's a pretty good hand on that stuff.
You got now, like I got 3 daughters. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got a 19-year-old, a 15-year-old, and an 11-year-old.
Yep.
I
got a boy, girl, boy. So I've got a 13. No, I'm sorry, he's 14, 11, and 8.
Okay,
is what I have. And the 14-year-old had a gathering or whatever. They went and watched wrestling or some shit. I don't know what they did. So he was only there half the day. And then my daughter, she's not going to do anything until we paint and do the design on the inside.
Right.
And my little one, Josh, he's just my shadow. So he's going to be there. Like when I got home yesterday and we had to go to my daughter's birthday party, he goes, we're going to work on the stand. I said, no, we got to go to Scar's party. She said, okay. So now today, for sure, when I get home, we're working on that damn deer stand because he's ready to roll.
Yeah.
So
Man, I tell you what, like it's a lot of fun. Like this is it's not work to me. It's fun doing the season prep. Mm-hmm. It's exciting because you're thinking about all the stuff that you can do. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Jason. Like I've got the skin put on this deer stand. I got everything, but like the door. We got problems again.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's because Jason's talking so dang much on this podcast.
I don't know. Am I not coming through on the feed?
Nope.
Okay. Well, y'all keep talking. I'm going to fix this while we're talking.
Well, Jason, like you told me, you had the conversation about kids being in sports and everything. As things kind of settled down, like school's about to start, obviously. But so when you get home from work, you are able to spend some time building up these deer stands or what?
Well, not really, because Josh is in tackle football now, so he's going to have practice 3 nights a week. Then we're going to have Jake. He's in 8th grade, so he's got after-school stuff. And then Scarlett, she's competitive gymnastics, and she's 3 or 4 nights a week.
Good Lord, man.
So it doesn't really slow down, and she still has travel softball that we have 1 practice a week on that. So it's just trying to find, a couple hours here, a couple hours there.
But, honestly, I took off maybe 3 or 4 years of hunting. Like, I hunted at the house or whatever, but, like, going to the deer lease and everything, it was because my kids were so busy, and you're going to all that stuff. Like, it's just hard to do. It's hard to manage all of that. And I've always said, one day I'll be sitting in a deer stand by myself wishing I had a ball game or something to go to. And so I don't like look back on that stuff and like I'm mad about it. Like I'm happy I got to spend those times with my kids and stuff. But now things are slowing down a little bit. Sydney has decided, like she's a cheerleader. Sydney's a girl's girl. Okay, like she's makeup, beautiful hair. Like that's what she wants. So she's a cheerleader. So she wants to do her cheerleading, and she ain't playing no more of the sports this year. She is withdrawing from athletics, which, I look at and I'm like, man, I really hate that because I'm competitive and I love going to athletic events and stuff like that. But she's just like, man, I just don't really want to do that. Like my core friends aren't doing that. So we're going to have a lot of time to do whatever, football season. If you go to the playoffs, it typically ends around November, then you got December, which my favorite times to hunt are, which the rut, of course. Mm-hmm. All right. But after the rut, like I want it to be cold. That's when I want to go hunting because those deer have eaten up all the other food sources and now they're on your food plots pretty heavy and they're coming to you. So I've seen a lot of action later in the season. Well, we're not going to have anything because after football, usually basketball kicked in. Abby always played basketball. So we were at basketball stuff all the time. So like I said, we're going to have football season this year, which I'd go to football games regardless. If my kids were involved or not, I like high school football but we'll leave after that and, head to the deer lease. My goal again, guys, like I've got to make it convenient for me to go. All right. If it's inconvenient, I'm going to choose not to do it. All right. But if my camper's down there and it's stocked somewhat, all right, and all the stands are built and ready and all the feeders got corn in it and the food plots are planted and I literally just have to show up and I can go and enjoy all of that, that's what it's about, okay? And we had been so busy at work in the past years, which we're still very busy, but we've built this company to where everything is more manageable for everybody else. No, not one person's, I feel like, is extremely overworked. Now we can do stuff. We can work on the weekends and build deer stands. We can build deer stands in the evenings, Jace, rather than, hell, part of my problem was I would work all day and it would be so nonstop. By the time I got home at 6 o'clock, I was wore smooth out. And the last thing I wanted to do was go work on a deer stand. But it's just, again, finding things that make it convenient for me to be able to go and build those. I don't mind the building of a deer stand. I absolutely despise going to Lowe's and picking up all that damn lumber and loading it and checking out, then loading it back in the truck, and then getting home and having to you touch the damn stuff 3 times before you even begin.
It took us 2 hours.
Yeah,
2 hours to find everything that we needed, and that was straight enough, and it was a good piece of board.
Yeah.
Because hell, we're putting our lice in this stuff, and
Yeah.
I don't want it to crack. And
and it's just like the flooring. Okay, we use 3/4 inch treated plywood for the flooring. Okay, we brace it all up at 2x6s, put 3/4 inch treated plywood on the floor. When I got my plywood for the floor on this stand that I'm on now, I had to pull 4 or 5 pieces off of the stack to the side, which 3/4 inch plywood ain't light, and then you have it treated on top of that, soaked full of chemical. I'm by myself, and I'm sliding this 3/4 inch plywood to get down to the 4th or 5th piece so that it's worth a crap. Like, it's a pain in the butt.
So see, you're a Lowe's man, and I'm a Home Depot guy.
I am.
We
Jimmy.
had to do the same damn thing with the 3/4 inch plywood. We had to pull 3 off. 2 wasn't even our size, and then we had to pull another one off that was just. It was just splitting all over, coming apart.
Yeah.
From the sections of it or whatever. And even the one that I got, it was the best out of all of them. And it wasn't as good as what it was. It wasn't as good as the piece that I had left over from a previous stand that I built.
Yeah. What kind of so Jace has found a gate opener that he uses for a door handle that's really, really good. Did you buy that at Home Depot?
Amazon.
You Amazon those?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to send me that link, because I bought one from Lowe's, and it ain't gonna work.
It's not the same. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of the same, but it ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
So we'll have to figure that out, because it's a really good one. I really like that door handle. But it's cool, man. You build these stands, and every time you build one, you do something a little different. Mm-hmm. I'll be completely honest with you. If I could find some kind of paneling for the inside that wasn't $40 a sheet, I would probably panel the inside of it too.
I was going to do 1/2 inch OSB
in
mine, but like I said before, it's so damn heavy that I'm having to build it on my trailer.
Yeah.
And once I put it on the trailer, I'm not able to get. Once I put my walls up with the skins on it, I can't get inside of it.
Well, man,
because
I have no
the
doubt.
full width of my trailer.
I have no doubt that you could build one in one day if you just had a day to do it. I'm not playing. You ought to come to the shop and like go buy the wood. Come to the shop. I'll help you unload it or whatever, and we build them side by side. And that way we can use the tractor. Go ahead and put the elevators on them. Mm-hmm. Use the tractor to move them out of the shop. Put them on the trailer. It makes it so much easier. So much easier.
I was debating on because I'm too far along with it right now to load up everything and go over. Just put it all to say, hey, let's bring your tractor over. I want to build it on the ground. I'm going to have this damn thing set up real nice, like a store-bought stand, and you just unload your tractor, pull it in the backyard, and pick it up and put it on my trailer.
Yeah, well, if you can get it a couple inches off the ground, I can bring my gooseneck and my tractor to your house, and we can load it up, put it on there, and take it to the deer lease. And
we can pick it up. I can wedge it up.
Because screw that. You got a 18-foot trailer, I guess, 20-foot trailer with a ramp on it, having to push that sumbitch on and off. Like, screw all that, dude. That ain't worth the crap. You okay, right, Paul?
Yeah, it's just like my mic's up. Every time Jason hits the table, it goes to me.
Oh, yeah. I got some booms ordered, by the way.
You the man.
I just wanted to do it a little different.
No, it's cool.
But, I don't know. What I would really like to do is, and I don't know if we can make this happen, but we can ease Paul into this, because I've thought a lot about it, because I want to document more and more of this stuff that we're doing, okay? And I'm wanting to get Paul involved a little bit, since he's committing that he's going to become the hunter, and I don't have any doubt that he's going to be successful. But like when we go to Bird Mountain next time, and we set Trump Tower up, because that's going to be something that needs to be videoed. That needs to be documented, because there ain't no telling what the hell's going to happen. And once it's successfully up, it's going to be a sight to see. I wish we could figure out a way to get Paul to go with us and him actually do a little bit of the video work.
Yeah, y'all let me know.
Do some camera work for us.
Because
I do think that definitely needs to be documented. And hell, if we could make it to where we all had a Saturday to go and knock it out and all the stands were ready and there, I have no doubt that we could set up Trump Tower, fix number 1, get it set back up, get number 2 set up, which is what I'm building now. Swamp and Ghetto are going to be super easy to set up, and then get yours set up. Like, I have no doubt in my mind we could do all that in one day. Mm-hmm. And that would be really cool of like, guys, here's the stands. We're fixing to get all this stuff set up. And it's just boom, 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 boom. I think it'd be really cool to do. You think it's doable, Jace?
I think we can get 3 of them up in one day.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest, I'll be absolutely worn out after the second one.
Well, that depending on how the Trump Tower situation goes,
I might be worn out on that one.
That is going to be something to see. So I don't know, Paul. You got to let us know when you got Saturday.
Y'all let me know.
Oh, and hey, you have no reason not to pull that camper down now, because on your first weekend of Disney, we had a camp week, and we cleaned that booger up. Cleaned it up, and it looks good.
Well, I had no reason not to bring it last year or the year before or the year before. I just need to get it down there. My problem is, dude, like when I go, I got a gooseneck and a tractor with me. Like I'm gonna have to make. What needs to happen is it needs to be a trip during the week.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be a trip where I just bring my camper to work.
Off of work.
We get off of work and we run out there and just drop it off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it doesn't need to be a weekend trip that takes away from something else we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so last weekend you went to Bird Mountain, right?
Yep. And put out some protein.
So tell me, so I had to call Dirty T about something, okay? And I called him Monday evening. I called Dirty T,
mm-hmm.
Okay? Asked him some questions about just something non-related to hunting or anything like that. And Dirty T comes back and says, well, I said, when's the last time you been at the lease? He said, I was there this weekend. I said, oh, you and your brother hang out and go? And he says, yeah, I guess you could call it that. And apparently he was pissed off about a protein situation. Can you shed a little light? Because I don't really pay attention to what the hell he says. But he said something about you had... He had pulled up to buy a bunch of protein at the feed store or something,
yeah.
And you had bought some already. And he's like, that some bitch only bought like 5 bags or something.
I bought 6 bags. You can kiss my ass.
I've
got one. Well, we got Scarlet Spot that's been just a gar hole for the last 5 years.
Which blows my mind. Mind.
But it's probably been more than that. I've only had 2 shooters on camera, and then I had 2 different shooters that never came on camera on Christmas Eve one day. I was trying to get Jake to shoot one of them. It went 140. I mean, It was a big deer. But anyways, filled up one of my feeders, which is at the tower, and then I bought another bag just to put in the other one. So he was just, running his mouth like he always does, And
so y'all were together?
No.
Y'all didn't fill up feeders together?
He was going. No.
Oh, okay.
No. So I just drove out there with the 2 boys. And
he just happened to be there?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see him while he was there, or did y'all just talk on the phone?
No, he called me and said, what are you doing? I said, well, I got some, went and bought protein going out to the lease. And he said, how many bags you getting? I told him. He goes, well, you cheap bastard. And I said, what are you talking about? I said, I only got one spot that I'm going to put it at. So him and Bubba were out there together. So they show up to camp.
I wish there would have been a film crew there.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you that would have been hilarious.
Oh, God, yeah. So I'm using Glenn's, Ranger, getting all my stuff, because I took my 2 protein feeders home to fix them, because last year the coons tore them up, just got on the spout and started swinging back and forth and just ripped the screws I had in it. So I actually took them home, bolted them up, foamed them so that nothing gets behind the funnels, and then I actually caulked them up so they're weather dry, or best I could. So anyways, that's what I was bringing back out there. And he said, well, where are you going? I said, well, I'm going to put this at the tower, and then I'm going to take it to, Scarlet's to Scarlet's and put up. He goes, why ain't y'all already got out there, just running his damn mouth? And I was like, well, because I'm doing shit basically by myself right now. And, so he got his done on one, only filled up 1 feeder, and he went. so he couldn't talk shit because he's only put 6 bags at the max anyways.
Yeah.
So
how many bags did he say he bought?
I didn't even ask him. I don't care.
Yeah, he's just giving you a hard time.
I don't know. Little brother thinks he knows what he's doing. He's really badass.
Master hunter.
Yeah.
Master hunter.
The man.
Oh, yeah. He's out there baiting it right now. So.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's funny. I don't know. I was talking some shit and I didn't really know what he was saying. So
yeah.
Anyway.
You can keep talking the shit.
When is so we got these stands going on. Like I said, I will be ready. I will be ready to take a stand out there as soon as this weekend. When's the next time that you're available to go?
I think next weekend.
So not this weekend, but next weekend. Okay,
I believe so.
That's going to be I don't know. By then, hell, I may have 2 of them built. Are you going to have yours finished by then, you think? Yeah. Okay, so we could take mine and yours there at the same time.
And have 3 of them out there putting up and then fixing that so we got 4 that we can put up in one weekend.
Okay. That wouldn't be bad. That would be actually a huge accomplishment. Mm-hmm. And then I would just have 2 more to build, which, again, I can knock those out pretty damn quick, just the way we're doing them now. And get all that done, and shit, man, we're almost ready to hunt. Then it's mowing time, and so typically we mow, and we're almost done here. But typically we mow Labor Day weekend, okay, which is September 1st weekend, my birthday weekend. But the last couple of years, we've gone to Broken Bow, and I want to remind you both of that. Because if you some bitches don't show, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, you ready?
I'm there.
But we'll be going to Broken Bow, do some fly fishing, having a good time that weekend in a cabin all together. Be a good time. So I guess we'll mow the weekend after that, Jace. Like, is that what we're going to do? When are we going to mow?
Probably need to do it the weekend before.
Weekend before?
Before that. And then come back out and plow.
Disc and that way it gives that way it has time to die out, and the disc is a lot easier. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll mow the weekend before. So that means, like, literally, here's our schedule. Okay, we just inadvertently created our schedule. Okay, so the 9th will be at the deer lease setting up stands. Mm-hmm. Okay, the 23rd. We will be mowing, and then the 6th we are disking. Mm-hmm. And that disking day, I'll be honest with you, that's the worst day to me. It beats the shit out of me. Depending on rain, like, it'd be awesome if we had rain going to be showing up like the 8th through the 10th or 8th through 12th or something like that, because we could plan it all and do everything we're at that same time. What all spots are you gonna plant this year?
I'm going to plant a little bit of the tower. Not down one. I mean, one spot. I just got a feeling that they're going to come down and screw everything up. The timber company.
Yeah. Well, and here's another thing. So again, I'll reiterate our schedule. Okay, which we're going to be in New Mexico for work the 6th through the 8th. We'll drive back on the 8th. Okay, which is Friday. Then we're going to be at the deer lease. Yes. Then we're going to be at the deer lease on the 9th. Okay. Nothing the next weekend. The 23rd, we say we're going to mow, which is a Saturday. Then we'll be in Broken Bow. The 6th, we are disking, tilling everything up. And on the 14th, we're going to Utah to elk hunt.
Man, you boys are busy.
And so, like, I mean, and then the next weekend on the 3rd and 4th of October is our annual dove hunt. Which, Paul, are you going to that? Are you in?
I'm in.
All right, sweet. I'm going to tell you something. That's the most exciting thing to me.
What's
is
that?
You coming on that dove hunt.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to hang out with all the guys. The guys give me crap for not making it the last 2 years.
That's going to be a really, really good time. So, yeah, Jace, it just got really freaking busy, didn't it?
Always does, man.
Got really busy. And that means, like, we're going to have to be on our A game to get all this crap done very quickly. So, anyway, y'all got anything else? We've been going for quite a while.
Oh, man, I'm good on my
Jace?
Hey, we're good. Just
okay. We're going to get these stands finished up, and What I'd like to do next week, since we got the video now, is maybe we do some video footage. Maybe Jace, take on your phone some video of you building your stand. Talk about it for just 30, 40 seconds, something like that. I'll do the same thing, and we can pop it into to this video and showing like details of us building the stand in this podcast. I think that'd be
you got to do
cool.
It horizontal,
yeah,
not vertical.
None of this like bull crap like this. Like you got to be horizontal. I'll never understand that. Like my kids take pictures, everything is vertical, and I'm like, bro, like no, that's not how pictures look. Like you got to turn that crap sideways.
It's the social media, buddy.
It is.
That's what
exactly
it is.
right. That's exactly right. So, well, anyway, guys, look, thanks for listening so much. We really appreciate it. Again, like I said earlier in the podcast, whatever platform you listen to this on, please subscribe, leave a review. We're on Instagram at the Huntcast, on YouTube at the Huntcast. Guys, you got to subscribe to that YouTube channel so that you'll get notifications when these new episodes come out. We really appreciate that. I mean, hell, watch it on your phone in your truck. If you're going to listen to it on YouTube. Like let's bump up those views a little bit. And of course, TikTok at the Huntcast podcast, all that good stuff. We got some merch coming out, which I'll share with you guys in the weeks to coming up. Should be a really good thing. I think you guys will like it. So anyway, guys, I really appreciate it. From Paul, Jace, all of us here at the Huntcast, we are out.